Welcome back, everybody. Today we're talking about asthma inhalers, how to use them and what they are. Now, for many people, asthma is kind of a mysterious condition. Some people aren't sure how serious it is. For some people, they feel it comes and goes. If you want general info on asthma, please watch my video, Keep It Simple, Asthma 101. And that'll just give you a general overview of what the condition is. Today I'm talking about inhalers and the products that we use to care for asthma. This is critical for parents who have to treat their children, especially children who, because children aren't able to communicate very clearly what's happening with them, it's critical for parents to know. Also true if you're caretaking for a loved one who doesn't have a lot of self-awareness, they may not be paying attention, or an elderly loved one who just simply is not quite sure how to manage their lung health. Asthma care inhalers and products are sometimes used by people who don't have asthma when they get things like bronchitis or pneumonia. Today I'm talking about it in terms of asthma, but you may see some of these products even for non-asthmatics if they're having a pulmonary issue or a lung issue. First thing I want to talk about are different inhalers. Now, I showed one of these inhalers, two of these inhalers in Asthma 101. This one is called Advair. We're not going to go into the different companies too much. This one is called Brio, but I'm bringing this one out to show you that this disc is purple with red. They also have one that's purple with yellow, different strengths. Right now, my face is a little puffy because I've had a lung infection and I have to be on prednisone or steroids to get over that. We're not going to talk about that today, but what that means is that I'm using my strongest inhaler right now, the red one. It says 550. When I'm in a healthy state and just doing general maintenance, I'll have an inhaler like this that has yellow on it, and it's 250/50. So make sure that you talk to your pulmonologist. I highly recommend you don't just talk to your general prac doctor. Go to a specialist. They know the stuff that's out there, the latest treatments, and which strength is right for you. They can do tests to find out. They can even assess your blood gas or the amount of carbon dioxide and oxygen in your blood as needed. So the first thing to know about inhalers is that one of them is taken every day. This one's twice a day. This product is once a day. It's a corticosteroid that helps your lungs to stop constricting and just relax. This product doesn't get into the kidneys, it doesn't get into the gallbladder and all that stuff. It just goes into the lungs. It's not systemic, it's only inhaled. After you inhale it, you hold your breath as long as you can, and then you slowly let it out, and you have to rinse your mouth out. Otherwise, you tend to get a buildup of yeast, which can cause thrush, which is kind of uncomfortable. Again, check out Asthma 101 if you want to learn more about that. The second item I want to talk about is the emergency inhaler. This is an albuterol inhaler, and it typically looks like this when you see it. This is a chamber or a spacer that allows me to cut the medicine with just air so that when I breathe it in, it doesn't just get squeezed right onto the back of my mouth. This will mix it with general air, and then I can inhale it fully into my lungs. I'm doing these videos because A, people aren't informed enough about this very common condition, and B, most people have never seen a spacer or a chamber. You have to get a prescription for this. Ask your pulmonologist or doctor to write your prescription for an asthma inhaler chamber or spacer. You just pick it up at your pharmacy, pop your emergency inhaler in, squeeze once, breathe in, hold, let it work, let it relax your lungs, exhale, and repeat. Now, the last thing I want to tell you about inhalers, and by the way, this is another spacer, so they look different, but it's the same idea. They're kind of fun because if you breathe in too fast, they go like this. Didn't work. Let's see if this one works. There it is. If you breathe in too fast, it's not helpful for your lungs, so they put a little harmonica sound in it. So if you hear that sound, it's not a good sign. It's important to know that when you use one of these little emergency inhalers, the medicine, albuterol, is in the little metallic bottle, and the red or blue or green plastic case that expresses it gets clogged. You have to wash it. This is actually a bag that I've been using for the last week of clean plastic pieces. Every 2 times I use this inhaler, we'll talk about frequency in a second, I have to rinse it. So I use my inhaler, I take it apart, I remove the plastic piece and rinse it under water. Warm water is best, but even cold will work. Leave it to drip dry. Blow out extra water, leave it to drip dry, and immediately put my medicine into a new plastic container. Pop it back in the chamber so that when it's time for me to do my medicine again, I'm ready to go. Every single time, every 2 times, sorry, every 2 times I do this, and you can actually see when it starts to get clogged. So this is a little trick that I never knew about. I would see people with one of these, but if you're taking this medicine up to every 2 hours, which is when it's allowed if you're in distress and you can't breathe well, this guy isn't going to be dry in 2 hours. Ta-da! That's why I have my bag. I always have a clean, dry espressor to be able to put into my chamber and use. Now, a general practitioner doctor doesn't know lungs well. They know a little of everything. They're powerful, important people, but they're not trained to just know your lungs. Go to a pulmonary specialist and learn more about chambers, albuterol emergency inhalers, and daily steroid inhalers if you or a loved one is struggling with asthma. I'm living proof it doesn't have to dampen your life, but it does need to be respected and treated carefully. Just like blood pressure, just like diabetes, any other health concern, respect your body and it'll treat you well. Thanks for joining me. To learn more, check out general info on asthma in Keep It Simple, Asthma 101, and other videos. Subscribe to my channel, share with a friend, and I'll see you next time.